A suction table thing. I'm not sure if this is going to work yet, but this is actually for work. We need a way to pick up our sheets of steel without killing ourselves. So this is what I've come up with. So you can buy these from McMaster Carr for like $5 a piece. I just took some plumbing pit fittings, welded here. I'm going to put this here, and I've got a piece that I'm going to plasma cut here, so you can see I've got a place for those suction cups kind of evenly spread around this thing. So one of the nice things about having a lathe, I've got these. I pretty much buy these all the time, keep them in stock, if I can get this thing to focus. And I need, let's see if I can find where I put that thing. This is a vacuum thing that I've had laying around forever, and this is a piece of 1/8 inch. It had, what did I do with the other piece of that? Oh, this. So this is an air conditioner deal. So that was 1/8 inch tubing, and I've got to somehow plumb this into this. So this is a grease gun hose. I'm not sure if this will stand up to vacuum, but we're going to give it a shot. But I need that 1/8 inch to go into that. So I've got one of these, and that's what I did. So I turned down, just chopped off that part, faced it, and threaded the inside for that thread pitch. So anyway, I just thought that was handy. One of those things that if you've got something, you know, I hate having to go to the store, hate having to go buy stuff when I'm in the middle of a project. I just want to make it and get it done. So having mess like this laying around, being able to just take and turn something down, throw some threads in it. Now I've got an adapter that'll screw right into this that will give me the ability to run air to this and pull a vacuum on this. So I've tested this, just, you know, drilling a hole here. So, well, you can't see it right now, but what I've done is I've, you know, taken a spot here. I've got them all marked off, and I would set that there and weld it around it. So I've got to drill holes through there, which I wanted to wait because I didn't want to get any spatter in there that would cause problems with these. So I'm going to put air pressure on that and drill in here to where the air hopefully will kind of force out any chips or anything like that. So it'll be pressurized when I drill into all of these. And same thing for this one. So I'm going to make a bracket that goes here on the plasma table and be able to take this thing that I've bought a while back and never have used, and I'll be able to hook to it with this. And so we'll be able to pick up a 4x8 sheet of sheet metal. Each one of these suction cups with vacuum on it, I forget what it was, but a certain amount of vacuum is supposed to be something like 37 pounds is what it can actually lift. So when you add up all 15 of these, that's even with the vacuum that I may not be able to produce with my, wherever that thing went, there it is, I was just looking at it. Even with a vacuum that this may not produce enough of, I figure 15 of them, 37 pounds a piece at, you know, everything being perfect, that should give me a minimum of 300 pounds that this should be able to lift, which for most of the pieces of steel that we're picking up, they're nowhere near that, not even close to that heavy. And you know, it's like 12 gauge stainless or 12 gauge aluminum or something along those lines, or galvanneal, that we need to be able to pick up. So at least until we find something better, this gives me a way to make it quite a bit easier for me in the shop to actually pick up a piece of steel and make it work. We've got a bigger version of this rack at the office with wheels on it, And again, this is all temporary until we get a better setup. But essentially, we're going to put a crossbar through here. That thing will be here, and we're going to run air to it so I can run the vacuum pump. So essentially, we'll drop it down on a piece of steel, open this valve with air going to it. It'll pull a vacuum and suck down onto whatever we're trying to pick up, and then we'll have the hoist hooked here, and I'm going to obviously beef this up, and we'll be able to just pick directly up, and bada bing, Bob's your uncle. We have a way of picking up a piece of steel, hopefully. So but yeah, just something like this. I hate having to go to the store, and being able to just make a quick little thing like this. Even, you know, I started out with a Harbor Freight mini lathe, and I've even considered going out and buying one of those just to stick it somewhere for little tiny things like that, even being mobile. I've got a 3/4 ton tool truck out there that, you know, right out there, and I've even considered setting it up in one of the toolboxes. Just having a way to turn something is just handy. It just works great. So, you know, to be able to quickly come in here, put that in the chuck, knock off that part, drill it correctly, use my little tap guide doohickey here, get it nice and straight, get it tapped, and you're done. That's a big no-no. I'm not supposed to do that. So, either way, that's, and I guess everybody's seen the shop a million times, but, you know, if anybody wants this shaper, let me know. I'm going to sell this thing. It's not that it's a bad machine. It's absolutely awesome, but I need the room. I've got a Sharp lathe similar to this that's coming, and I'm going to be putting it where this is right now, and I'm going to try to convert it to a CNC lathe. So that'll be a project. I'll have to get, you know, basically gut all of the apron stuff, put it on a ball screw, kind of replace this, and I guess make some kind of a mount here that will have a shoot, what do you call it, stepper motor, or whatever you call those things, servo motor, and do the same here. And I may do it actually on the back side, and I actually want to create like a tool changer of some kind as well. And I may even make something that's kind of on this axis here, to where I've got 3 or 4 tools stacked, and it can kind of rotate back and forth. You know, I could actually literally have an axis here and have a stepper motor or something here that can literally push, you know, in steps. Have a tool that will just zip over. I don't know. I hadn't figured that one out yet. Or if I do it, I may even put a tool here where it kind of comes in sort of like my other CNC lathe, but I'm not sure if these aprons can handle force being pulled up on them like that. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So if anybody's ever done that, the lathe is roughly the size of this Howa, and I love this Howa. I'll never make this a CNC just because the controls are great, and it's handy to be able to just come in here and manually do something really quick. But the Sharp is roughly this size. It may even be just a little bit bigger and a little bit longer. So I figure that'll be an expensive proposition, but it'll be pretty nifty when I get done, hopefully. So anyway, if anybody wants this shaper, let me know. I'm going to list it on Facebook or something. Try to get rid of it. Either way. So yeah, there's my latest project. I'm going to try to get done tonight, and so I can cut some pieces in the morning without trying to manhandle a 4x8 sheet of steel. So have a good day. Bye.